Right into Ancient we go. Mid Avenue Gaming bringing out the upset in map number 1, but can they do it on GR's pick? Well, the pistol round seems to say yes. It started off with a bang, and the explosions are coming out of GR heads.
That is certainly one way to assert yourself. I mean, just challenging them as soon as they barrel out through middle, or smoke towards the red room, and just fighting on that mid floor. Tugu hitting some lovely shots on those first couple of players, and then GR just get completely stunted. With Avenue Gaming having a good read after that initial aggression. They just flood mid. Pistols over in the blink of an eye. And GR didn't even get a look in, not even a prospect of breaching a bomb site. So in with pistols. Mediocrity with a Deeg. A reminder with a Zeus. Again, I don't know that Zeuses are that great on T side, but we're experimenting. This is a new dawn in Counter-Strike. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, these are both free. Oh my god. Just the fact that Salo was able to slip himself through red into the back of B and nobody had any idea that that was even a possibility is pretty outrageous. Somebody should have communicated that. Someone should have had a look, a gander. They had a player in from long that could have picked it up and still contributed to any sort of B-sided hold. But because Salo gets that kill, it distracts enough. I mean, they get a guaranteed frag, and it just cracks the B bomb site wide open. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry for knocking the Zeus. I guess you're thinking so far ahead. Thinking chess, I'm thinking checkers. Still a reinvestment in for Myth, and it goes 1 for 1 at the start. This is not exactly a comfortable buy in for Myth, and lovely shots being hit by qqGOD. Just a deep challenge onto Tugu, but not a whole lot that you can clamor back here if you're Myth, and qqGOD's still holding in position to keep tabs on the weapon that was dropped earlier on. No problems dealing with this following round. GR, after getting demolished in the pistol round, reasserting themselves after answering right back in the follow-up.
This is why you shouldn't have mute button, guys.
I didn't miss you.
They didn't either.
Nicely done. Here from GR. There was a chance for Ariukul inside of A main, but he ended up getting sussed out. Nice thorough clearing in from GR Gaming. But that was against pistols, so nothing to really scoff at. Nothing to really feel too proud about. I guess maybe if you're GR, you could be, given the way things went against New Happy, losing to some of those low buys. But now they have all guns ahead of them. This time, a much more concerted start to the A side of things. We're going to go for a fast execute. I wonder if Myth are going to be ready.
Derek doesn't need to get the double kill when he's got Mediocrity to help him out. Line can't. Mediocrity, rather, taken down by Reminder, not himself, the one who's actually dealing the deaths out. Whacked and qqQ, still fighting forward. They are unmarred by their teammates' betrayal. And with both players being in CT, this will be a bit of an awkward retake for them to go through. Wecht has also moved past. He's burned as well, so position given up. But where there was a 2v2, now it's a 1-on-1. Bomb still not recovered by qqQ. He's getting concerned, and Waste has gone for the full loop-de-loop. Will be getting information on that bomb very soon as well, so should be aware of the possibilities of a secondary person flanking in from Temple, the same way he had that idea. Love the angle, but he will make it work regardless. WasteOfAmmo shutting it down, and second for Myth Avenue.
Yeah, really nice read there from WasteOfAmmo. qqQ thought that it was just going to be a sound bait, that Waste wouldn't continue pushing in through Temple, and so while he was chasing ghosts, Waste was taking up a better position, an advantageous spot. Could have even slipped himself inside of A main if he desired, but had the fight and caught qqQ off guard. Nice round win there for Myth, and it's a little fortunate that there's a team kill in and amongst it. That extra player could have made a massive difference for GR in that situation. Nice starter utility here for GR, keeping presence high and preventing Myth from really challenging too heavily towards B lane. Flash to facilitate Sallow, and it's a little bit of damage exchanged. Now they have Wecht on an angle inside of Cave, and these SMGs are not just going to sit still.
Very tough fight to come through. The MP9 pushing forward. What is going on with these team kills? That was entirely unnecessary. You can't even blame the spray for that, Wecht.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. They did just kind of line up, but this time it's inconsequential. This time.
This time. Not every time. Don't know how many more times we're going to get, but I feel like it'll be at least one if the trend continues.
Well, that sucks. Ariuka was in through middle and looking at ledge, and Reminder slipped in through red all the meanwhile. So this actually does get a little strange. Yeah, free AK here for Ariuka, and he's just going to take that and leave. Not too concerned about doing extra damage to the GR gaming economy when their own money is a bit of a sham. That's just really well sort of orchestrated by GR. Forced away the Cave player, got that AWP primed in location, and just allowing Wecht to work a pick. And he's somebody that doesn't typically find, you know, a lot of opening duels or a lot of moments where he can sort of create opportunities for the rest of his squad. So I like that they're trying to get him more engaged in the action and having him lead the way in some of these peaks. It's what I would describe as a punish AWPer.
Yeah.
There's more than a few ways in which you can deal punishment.
That's the thing about punishment. Sometimes it's best when it's preemptive. I know you're going to do something wrong sometimes. That's how Ariuka has done something wrong already. Mediocrity believes in trades. Has come through with them. No more rifles, but Jay does actually recover the one that was on the ground and back off successfully with the bomb leaning towards B, but realistically probably finishing in A once this kill comes through. Maybe that AK might still be able to find some use.
Well, bomb is still outside of B, and Reminder's made a lot of presence towards the A bomb site. It's all about reading the routing, and whether or not they actually finish on A or B. They've still got Sallow sort of lurking around inside of Cave. Timing could be good here for Jay. Just needs to get his gun out. Reminder is a free kill, and he's holding his trigger, waiting to see what reveals itself. Reminder's finally turning around, and qqQ now is left in an awkward spot about whether or not he commits or not.
chance of it to find the first one, but it doesn't work out for him. And look, where we were talking about slim margins before, it did feel like both teams were getting their fair share, but Ancient, where, you know, I think there's no argument about this being GR's favorite map at this point. They even pick it over Mirage, which used to be the old for me, but I feel like we're going to see more and more of this leaning into the GR favor. I was very surprised by the Anubis win from Myth, but you know, so many of those situations came through that, hey, we've got like some nice pocket strats prepared, we've got some great plays individually that we can make up because it's our map, we've been ready for it. Derek now trying to do the same thing over here on Ancient, but the flash responses are great. Reminder, can't get the spray transfer, so Derek is good for the double. Now, he might not be aware of this, but there's a third player coming in. Actually, two more, in fact. Jay's been tagged. Derek low, playing underneath. Salo's found him. Salo brings him down, and Wecht not ready for Waste to come through from behind, but Waste is being very slow, very timid with the MP9.
Tugu gets there in time, but he fumbles his spray. Unable to get either player emerging out from Donut, and now looking to pick up the flank is Salo. Waste trying to move through that smoke. In fact, overwhelms him with the MP9. It's now left to Wecht in the clutch, and that first shot rattled off. They know exactly where he's positioned. No more element of surprise. That bomb detached from him and exposed on the bomb site. And they simply try to lock him in. Angle still being held, but running out of bullets, and Wecht continuing to miss. So this will be a round that falls the way of Myth. Nicely done on those initial fights there from Derek, but able to sort of keep and maintain control on middle, even though Waste took his extra time. Made up for it on that flank in Donut.
Is that going to be sort of the idea for Myth Avenue now? Then are we going to see maybe some early aggression to come repeatedly? You could see Waste going for it over here, but a deep Molotov means that he had no options to explore. In the meanwhile, as the cubby cross from Derek is interrupted by a Molotov, he's forced to smoke himself off. Won't be too involved, but Tugu's there to give assistance. Ariuko as well should be looking for a trade, but despite him being blind, qqGOD just fires him down. Comes out that A-side hit, but it's quickly going to be turned back to a 3v3, but not for long. qqGOD in pursuit of just making sure. No, wait, hold the point of QQ. It's all about Salo here. He loves going through those smokes, but Tugu looks away. The timing, the slimmest of margins, but he still makes it work. And QQ now holds down the line, and Jay gets the shot regardless of whatever QQ's position was.
That is kind of ridiculous. There are so many of these 50-50 duels that did come down to timing or just how prepared these players were on their duels. You know, players creeping into their crosshairs and them just being unaware. You know, hearing that scope of Tugu, the fact that he looked back at Temple, and you can understand why. You know, losing control of that A-bomb site, Temple was definitely a vulnerability as well alongside that smoke. You can't just get fixated on one idea. And yes, those fights just being able to be edged out by Myth. Money's now dried up here for GR, so this could crack open what could be a lead attained here by Myth. Maybe even take control of the rest of this half. It's a big if. They've still got an AWP and a rifle to play around with, and Derek made a step coming out from Cave, but he took the position on ledge. Quick trade there from Salo. That's very fortunate. Derek was about to escape.
They're also okay with the opposite loss. Picked up by any of the two Eagles. This is a great trade. No, Jay just wants to keep fighting. Good damage on a mediocrity is not enough to get the kill. It's left up to Waste, and he wants to keep it going. QQ down and out as well. And the reminder is recovered in M4. He might not be able to recover the bomb.
Stepping out, making noise, and a missed shot from Tugu does open the door of opportunity. Reminder switching to his pistol, doesn't want to commit to a reload. Not sure where these players are located, but they're both in position to actually hold on to this package. Long rotate from Reminder, trying to be unpredictable.
He's going to have a very good 1v1 to... Oh my god, he doesn't have that. Never mind. That is annoying.
Yeah,
that smoke bloomed right as he got here as well, so he's going to have to go through the cave. There's no way to win this round at this point. There's a smoke at the feet of Waste as well. They have another smoke ready. Waste can deploy it. And with Reminder revealing his position, he's got a knife out, buddy. You're gone.
That was a little weird. Waste was not coming out of that smoke pre-aiming where he was coming from, so that still could have gotten a little awkward. But a 5th round for Myth regardless, and that money situation for GR, unideal. In fact, they're going to invest. Decent amount of money from Salo. I think the rest of the squad should follow suit. More than I would have committed, but if they get a bomb plant, it would certainly go a long way in this round.
Is that a deep CT smoke that qqGOD is holding?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Don't think I've seen that lineup before, but a spam right through the smoke means that Reminder is not going to be able to see his head for a while. They're losing members, maybe too many of them, but as Tugu's been forced away from the angle, he will find the fadeaway shot on the A site. Now, where GR was hoping for maybe a swarm onto B, similar to what Myth showed us on Anubis, instead they are just left wanting.
Yeah, so it was actually a deep cave smoke, which is even more perplexing. Maybe it didn't meet its mark. I saw where it bloomed on the minimap, but I didn't actually see it affecting the vision of any of the Myth players.
I don't know, how would you even throw these?
That's why I thought it was quite perplexing. So I think it just landed on the roof of the cave, which is even more awkward that it's a miss. But by the time that smoke even bloomed, they were in a 2 versus 5. So don't think it would have made a difference.
Yeah, of course not. Look, at the same time, they were clearly expecting a bomb plant over there. They were clearly expecting a few kills over there. Now you're down util on Salo, Reminder, and Mediocrity. Now you've got 3 flashes to start this round off, so forget about contesting middle. In a traditional format, at least. The A side, okay, that's a plan. Full contact into A, but they're not ready for qqGOD to be playing this up close and personal. Tugu's covering off qqGOD's right side. Reminder should have the advantage over here, but no, still gives up the duel. qqGOD, even on the drop down, gets a stray headshot. So Tugu's going to be left to try and hold on to this, but there's really not that many flashes. Tugu has a great chance of just holding down the line. This is not going to be an easy scale at all. Finally, GR are not going to be having a 6-6 round, but I don't think they're happy with it. qqGOD, maybe the last chance they have towards it. And as he will be able to find another quick frag, the bomb can be recovered as well. There's room for him to back away, to run off into the horizon, explore the B site.
I think that bomb is dropped on tree, though. So it's the fact that it's on an elevated angle is going to be very awkward here for qqGOD. He has to make noise to retrieve it. Oh no, just on the lip underneath. So very fortunate for him, but still an angle that's being very carefully watched by Waste.
Waste might have missed the timing, though. Is he going to be re-peeking back into it? Waste is trying to play for the bomb plant. If qqGOD starts to move back over towards the B-bomb site, he still has barely enough time to do it, but he's lollygagged for too long. 7-5, we're off to a break to see what this second half holds. Finally, it's not split down the middle, but I don't think GR are happy about that. Down 5-7. They're hoping that they can at least get a pistol round out to bring it all back in their favor.
Yeah, some nice composure from Myth in a few of those rounds. GR definitely pulling the wool over their eyes in a few moments, but that was a very assertive pistol placed by Myth on their CT. Let's see if GR can do the same. No, they're getting picked around the smoke. There was a lurk smoke thrown right off the jump, but the spam from Salo is right on the money. Can't get that plant in quite quick enough. That smoke is not going to last forever. And Reminder getting another kill on that Zeus. The same position, this time on that CT side. Ariukul started off with an entry and has to now clutch back. Has to finish off with a full 8, and he won't get anything for his troubles. Reminder floors him. It's convincing from GR, but there's a bomb plant in from Myth, but still a pistol for the Russians.
Where did they throw their flashes? Did you see?
I think just over the site. I think it actually did blind the players at long.
Yeah. So the thing with that lurk smoke is that it does feel like you have to throw the flashes slightly later on because of how unlikely it is that there's someone actually playing ahead of it, except for maybe Cubby, especially in a pistol round like that. So to try and get some space in from behind it, maybe that should be the plan. But no, it just walk into a spam dualies, your bomb can't be planted, you can't recover it, you've been Zeused, you've been killed, you've been slain. Sort of sums up the round. But you did get the bomb plant. So Galil's galore. And Wecht is perhaps in for a rude awakening. Will be able to get that first shot onto Waste, but Tugu's been boosted up earlier on. qqGOD in position to get so much done. Finally traded, but Ariukul also almost losing his life for it.
Yeah, Wecht finishing off the job onto Derek. So kind of finding much success on this scout, the tags, and finishing off frags as well. In fact, he'll finish off another onto Tugu. They can upgrade away into that Galil, so thank you for the weapon. Tying round for GR, closing that gap very quickly based off of that pistol, and dealing with the anti-force buy. I don't think we've seen much of an ability from Myth to pull through in some of these lower tier buys. You know, GR have shown a vulnerability, and oh god, missing the jump to ledge and then just falling victim to J, peering in from elbows so rapidly. That's not exactly an ideal way to start. Nice jumping clear there from Reminder. So that should put a bow on this round, really. A lot of deep presence towards B. These players in middle can start to float back over towards the A-bomb site, especially with Ariukul ending up empty-handed. Prospects of this round are fizzling up.
Ariukul was able to find that shot with the Deagle. Maybe there was a world where you get a bomb plant. You know, maybe you can progress forward. Wecht is taken down as well. But no, all of those worlds come crashing down with his demise.
Maybe one more kill for Tugu? Yeah.
Okay.
Just destroying mediocrity.
He could make this work, actually. Wecht has given up his position. If Tugu gets aware of the fact that he could be flanked right now, Reminder's also not got the best weapon to flank him with, to be frank. And Tugu down those positions for both these players. Wecht spotted out as well. Time ticking down low, but the CTs feel like they're under pressure. Tugu knows where Wecht is. He's all on. And ready to get it done. Ariukul, Tugu, the real man in this team.
What on earth? I mean, some of those shots were ridiculous. The flank from A-main you thought for sure was going to be his undoing. He peeked out so wide. And the man is barely on his screen. He's just pre-fired based on where he anticipates him to be. And that shot connects. That is ridiculous from Tugu. An Olper with a whole lot to prove, I guess, in that role. But getting it done on the Deeg. Those shots were filthy. That should have been a non-starter round, and suddenly that's a massive gut punch. One of many that GR have been on the receiving end of in this close qualifier.
Trying to accelerate forward. WasteOfAmmo is taken down by the flying MP9, but in the meanwhile, Wecht loses his life, and well, Well, mediocrity wasn't looking too healthy either. Mag are unwilling to relinquish this lead to some stray pieces of aggression here and there. The B-bomb site is unoccupied by the CT side at least. That is their destination.
And it is completely vacant. A for sale sign, perhaps, noted at the entrance of B. But there's no realtors even to show them around the place. They'll make themselves at home. And while GR would want to get rid of these squatters, there's not a whole lot of legal precedent that they can rely on. Yeah, not much you can do. Being a man down, they hedged their bets and thought it might be an A-sided finish, but Myth were pretty dead set on finishing towards that B-bomb site. And these weapons won't be put in too much of a compromising position either. All clustering up together in that one corner to avoid dying to the bomb. Salo does get his hands on the AWP, however, and that is a massive win.
What are they going to do with it, though, right?
And what are you going to do, shoot me?
I wish they would. I wish they would.
Well, sure, that's what he's hoping for, too. I'm surprised it's almost not given over to Wecht.
I'm actually kind of glad about that, because it feels like Wecht isn't the kind of player who's going to take over a round all on his own and get aggressive early on or something like it, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was a bit concerned about the prospect of a hero all being given to him. But Salo, that's what I like.
This feels like a round restart for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is almost certainly a round restart. This is... wait, are we playing this? People are looking all sorts of directions.
I mean, Salo is damaged, actually. I don't know if you can reset this round, but maybe they don't want to anymore. The smoke down at the face of Wecht. Derek should be a dead man, and indeed he is. The bomb can't be recovered either. And now Wecht isn't done yet. He's just going to creep back over, hold this smoke down in case anyone's looking to push through it. The 5-7 close range is deadly. And with the disconnection of Ariukul, which seems to be the guarantee of why the round reset was requested, I think Mag might be very regretful about that nade they threw overhead.
Yeah, it must be Tugu, actually. Because Ariukul is still on field. Or rather, it's J. Yeah, it's J.
Okay.
You figured it out, there's two J's, and neither of them are actually active. Ignore the HUD, ignore the minimap. Still a chance to win this round, and Tugu had to get that kill, really, if there was going to be a real possibility.
God, dude, that's a disaster.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate time for this to have happened. In fact, it was waste of ammo. So, you know, we were wrong.
Okay,
We were wrong on all fronts.
Wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. That's one of those positions where even GR looked like they were kind of ready for the round reset. They were not really fighting for middle properly. They were looking all sorts of directions, but I guess the decision came out from above. But now all five are back in the server, back and active on the Myth Avenue gaming side. It's not a round that they'll be too pleased with. But it's the bitter pill they're gonna have to swallow.
Gotta suck, man. That's an anti-half-buy, force-buy, whatever you'd call it, with the saved op round that you're expecting to close out and get yourself up to 10-7. Instead, now GR is knocking on your doors. You're the one with the Tech 9. Well, you can't find any frags so far, even if you're making contact. Tugu's the one who takes more damage than not. A-Lean is going to be slowly taken apart. General flash overhead just to make sure if anyone's peeking out close, they can be blinded out. But that does look like a deep CT smoke to be lined up, perhaps. No, it's just a standard right side smoke instead. We're fully smoking out both players at the back of the sites. It's a full 5v5 as they start to execute forward. One flash, one Molotov if they want to take more space after this bomb plot, but it doesn't look like that's in the plan. Flash is good. Reminder, not taken down. There's 4 players back in CT. Wait, you want to fight this? You better fight it hard. Very low on these players. They're taken down by the flames. Wet cheats forward with the AWP. It's Derek, however, to punish Reminder in the meanwhile. 3 players still available for the CTs to continue this retake attempt. They are fighting it out and winning the first. The boost up to Jay. He's low and he'll die to the nade. Tugu now fighting forward. They're going to take the fight before they go for the defuse, and that's exactly what they needed, GR. 9-9.
Yeah, they just swarm. They don't let up. They play behind those smokes and they spam so many different positions. They don't land up on that planter. But with the aggression that Myth Avenue throw through those smokes, the fact that they end up empty-handed, they don't get away with any of those kills, that makes a massive difference. GR can just simply trade out from there, and those smokes weren't going to last forever. They didn't have any ability to re-smoke those angles, nor Molotov them. So GR can continue to take space and make things awkward. You know, they still had utility themselves, and they use it to great effect. Faster play here from Myth now over towards the A bomb site, this time on pistols, and Wecht with his AWP, a swing and a miss, but he'll find WasteOfAmmo, that third man in, blowing open the smoke, trying to cancel that bomb, and qqGOD will succeed and get away with absolute murder.
3 players inside Donut, and they're losing members on the mag side. They're pushing through the smoke to try and find a player on the reload. 2 big kills, bring it back to a 2v3. Off recovered for Tugu, might be his weapon of choice, but not the weapon that's gonna do much. No, I'm lying through my teeth. Bomb is still not planted. Remember that. So the T's have to be the one to make a play, but the CTs still feel the pressure. And that pressure means qqGOD is gone. Salo turns around. Jay has done it all with a push through, starting it up with the Tech 9 and ending with a stolen weapon.
Oh, dear. That's a 2 versus 5. They get away with free kill after free kill, and it's pushing through Temple and Deep Spawn that come back to bite them. The fact that weapons were relinquished and given over to the Myth Avenue side. That round looked like it was already done. GR had so much in their control, and they let it slip. Quick jump. So are they. Oh no!
Actually going to be still chased down by Reminder almost taken down. Derek can't get the spray together. Nevermore around the mediocrity had given him some assistance, but look at this. Meanwhile, look at what's going on over here. Mediocrity's not ready for this at all. He's a dead man.
What is this round?
He's got the bomb.
He's gonna get a shot from CT. Oh my god. Missed chance for Jay. And Wecht has everything to do, but he misses on the AWP. Oh, this is going each and every way. It keeps taking its twists and turns. Reminder playing inside of the smoke, and as it fades, Waste is already honed in on it. This round was all over the place. I mean, nobody could control their aim. The fights were awkward. The timings were so unusual. It's, I mean, nobody won. Nobody won in that round, but Myth still got the round.
Start to finish, that was just action, action, action. But now, it might be time to call cut on GR. Force spying into this. Should you lose here, you're not going to have a better buy in the next one either. Full flash to Salo. 5-7 not brought out in time. The smoke might actually end up helping his opponents instead. They're losing members. None of these 4-spot weapons are giving them anything. qqGOD is resigned to his fate. They will be knocked out of the bracket at this rate.
Well, the flash was so good at Core Ariukal too, so qqGOD does get one right back, but this round is so done. qqGOD flanked out as well. That's a... I mean, these past couple rounds have been a tilting one. If not for all the scrappy Counter-Strike that's been played for GR today, you would say I mean, they'd have to show some incredible mental resilience to have fought past all of it. But this feels like the final breaking point. A 12-9, and Myth with some absolute stealers within this series.
Sallow eats the nade. Mediocrity's not able to get too much done when he's been shot in the leg. WasteOfAmmo is happy to finish it off later on. Wecht, the late jump up position does give them a quick kill, but are they ready for Tugu to be covering it off? No, they just jump past the op. Second shot missed as well. And now as Sallow's trying to recover the op, Jay isn't safeguarding it. Sallow's gonna push forward. Jay was spotted, but at least he's holding down the angle, so it's back to a 3v1. Not converted to the 2v2. GR Gaming, their only hope is an MP9 right now. qqGOD peeks out, good for the first, but with his position reveal, it's a safe plant. That should be guaranteed. Are they going to A?
Yeah, you can just run to A. Knowing that qqGOD was last positioned in this location, Ariuko just locking him into cave, and now has to consider the fact that he could reroute through mid. This is a free plant. No kit available here for qqGOD either.
Yeah, that's sort of the deal breaker. But listen, they're both in A main, but one of them boosts it up. If you molly out, smoke down, I don't know. There's a formula. I don't know if qqGOD has it. Whatever it is, it needs to have some headshots, and it doesn't look like qqGOD is looking to contest over here. He's spotted out. He's gone. Almost had a chance, but at the end of the day, qqGOD, even he can't save it.
Yeah, this was, I mean, towards the tail end of this Ancient, it was all over the place. Some crazy rounds being played out by both these squads. And unfortunately for GR, they weren't able to get the better of any of these weird